Have you ever been in a situation in your network marketing business where after something has happened, you're like, oh man, I wish I'd have said that to the prospect. I should have answered this way to that objection. Oh man, if I'd have only have not said too much or done this differently, how I now think is the right way, could have made a big difference and even signed somebody up as a leader into your team, right? This happens all the time. It's human nature. And I want to give you some tips to avoid that ever happening again. Avoid? I don't know where my accent came from then. I promise I'm British. And like, you don't want to have this situation where after you miss an opportunity, you're like, oh, now I see what I did. We don't practice on prospects. We don't practice on presentations. We get things right before we show people into what we do. So let me give you some tips on this. So I love the phrase, hope for the best, prepare for the worst. Because I like being a positive person, and you want to be too, especially in network marketing. Like, no one's going to join, like my buddy Ray Higdon says, the Eeyore of MLM. Yeah, it's a great compensation plan. It's a great product. Like, no one's going to join that guy or that girl, right? So we want to expect the best, expect a yes, bring positivity into what you do, because enthusiasm attracts enthusiasm. So we want to have that. But we want to be realistic and say, you know what? Stuff happens. Things go wrong. Zoom decides to update right before we click on to open up the link, right? The presentation that you've got the live link may go offline when you're trying to show somebody something. You may lose your way when you're trying to present to somebody or trying to generate a lead. You forget what you should say at this point. So let's not allow these things to happen and cost you potential leaders, potential customers, potential team members. Let's prepare for the worst now. So what I want you to do, I always give you a practical application in my content. Whatever you're about to do in your business today, I want you to expect the best, but I want you to think, well, what could go wrong with what I'm about to do? What mistakes could I make that I could prepare for that either drastically minimize or completely remove that mistake even affecting what I do? I gave you a few examples there, right? So for example, make sure if you're going to use, say, Skype or Zoom, be 5 or 10 minutes early. And when you click on that meeting link, if it says now needs to update and restart, it's not a big deal. You don't have to start making excuses. Sorry, I'm late, haven't used it for a while, blah, 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 blah. You're just there on time, setting that level of trust with your prospect that you would want to. When you're about to do conversations, even if you're using Messenger, whatever it may be, have you got a PDF open on your computer, your laptop, or have you got a printed out PDF which gives you the main questions, the scripts that you're supposed to be using? Like, don't get stuck when someone gives you a response and you're like, I can't think what I should say, but I want to answer now. I'll just say this and regret it. Have a script. If someone's positive, negative, if they say yes, if they say no, what are a series of questions and sentences and phrases you could use that you've seen work well for you, or your upline has given you, or you've bought from someone like me some training, right? And you're like, I want to use that script. So have something ready, prepare for the worst. Think about, I've given you 2 examples there. Think about the many more that you could have. Before a presentation, during a presentation, after one, in your sales system, in your funnels, in your marketing, right? You got to think of these things so that they don't keep knocking you off track. This is why I see a lot of network marketers falling foul in our industry. They have missed expectations. And a lot of the times, these missed expectations are self-induced. I'm not going anywhere. This isn't working for me. Maybe I'm not cut out for this. Maybe if you just were a little bit more professional and prepared like a professional would, you wouldn't find this so annoying, so frustrating. You wouldn't feel like you were always making a mistake because you'd minimize them. Like, let me ask you a question. How much money are you aiming to make per month from your network marketing business? Like the goal that's in the next, say, 6 months. Not even your ultimate big goal. The next six months, I don't know, maybe in lockdown, whatever, there's a different video. The next 6 months, right? What level do you want to get to? So most people, when I ask them this question, maybe you as well, say, I'd like to be at least at a level where I could replace a job. Whether I replace the job or not is up to you, but I want to be at a level where I have that financial pressure relief from me. If I don't want to work, I don't have to, I can do this full time. So that's going to be what for you? Even on like a minimum wage job, that's like, what, a couple of grand a month or something like that, maybe 2,000-3,000 a month. So if you want to get to that level, you ain't going to get there selling makeup to your auntie and uncle. Do you know what I mean? Like a lot of people like, oh, I'm going with my friends and family. That's great. You believe in your product. You believe in your business. You should mention it to people that you know. But that isn't going to get you to that kind of income level. You'd be extremely lucky and in the extreme minority if that happens. You just have to hope for that, and hope isn't a strategy. If you really want to get to the levels of income, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 and above per month, that's a professional level of business, right? You're going to be a professional at this if you want to get to that income level. So shouldn't you be treating this in a professional way? If you are hired by the network marketing company and paid $3,000 a month to generate leads and deliver presentations, would you turn up 10 minutes late because you haven't updated Skype for a while? I don't think you would. Would you get lost in a phone call or a messenger thread with a strong lead because you just couldn't be bothered to print something out or you didn't have it with you? The company's going to turn around, your manager's going to get you in a meeting and go, what the heck? We're paying you $3,000 a month and you can't even remember to print your script out? What's your problem? Do you not want this job? Oh no, I want it more than anything. I want to be a winner. I want to be a millionaire. Really? You haven't even got a PDF in front of you. So can you see how there's this mismatch in a lot of the way that network marketers are taught, a lot of the way this industry is going? It's like we can expect an amateur input for a professional output. Amateur tactics, lack of preparation, lack of professionalism, but an amazing income. That's just not going to happen. That mismatch, you just can't bridge that gap without doing the work. So this is what my content's about. I hope you found this video useful. Please do this as you go through the rest of the day. Prepare for the worst. Expect the best, but prepare for the worst. Think of some ways that you can do that you're missing out on in your business right now. Hey, if you're falling short in many areas, it's a good thing. Because if you learn this from me and you go, man, yeah, I am making a lot of those mistakes, that means there's a huge amount of room for improvement, which is good, right? It shows that there is growth in there, which is going to be a positive thing. So implement this today. And as always, go create a day in a life that counts. Always have more desires than excuses. Oh, and if you want to see an overview of my entire approach that took me personally from 328 no's in a row to sponsoring nearly 800 people in network marketing, I'm happy to show you an overview of that for free. Web class is coming up this week. It's at www.authoritynetworker.com/YouTube. I never know which way the slash is going to go when I flip this video. Slash, you know what I mean, right? YouTube. That web class is there this week for you. I'll catch you on the next video. If you're a subscriber, if there's anything I can help you with, or you enjoyed this, stick it in the comments. And I'll catch you on the next one. Have a great day. Bye for now.